Are you certain you don't want to back away from this? Focus on your championship ambitions, on supporting your friends and all that? If you're in trouble, supporting my friend means knowing more. You're my friend. Let me be the one who decides what facts I should and shouldn't know. How am I supposed to trust you if you don't trust me with this, Loxley? If you're in trouble, supporting my friends means knowing me more, and you're my friend. Loxley, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not Mr. FOD2 with no other concerns in life. I am concerned about my friends, including you. And if that was what I think it was, some kind of government agent, I think you're tangled up in more than arcade justice crimes. This is serious. So help me help you. Help me understand, okay? My apologies. I do value our friendship, in truth, and it pains me to be unable to share every single detail, but I'll share what I can.
What do you know of Polybius?
That it doesn't exist, supposedly. I did some research online immediately after getting home that night. It's a creepypasta. Nothing more than a tale of arcade legend. Some kid had a seizure while playing Tempest, and the story blew up into this ridiculous tale of brain-controlling CIA arcade experiment.
A perfect cover, yes? Much like stories of UFOs planted to hide the true yet mundane purpose of Area 51, to test captured Soviet spy planes. I'm afraid Polybius is quite real. The myth was purposefully spread to hide the truth. As near as we can tell, the game uses a biofeedback joystick to connect to the player's mind, analyzing synapses, downloading data.
That is definitely creepy.
Creating a reasonable approximation of the player's personality and memories. A digital ghost stored within the machine. It lures in its prey using hypnotic patterns, likely remnants of some MK Ultra research, and...
I'm sorry. Did I accidentally join the X-Files when I wasn't looking? MK Ultra? Seriously?
Seriously. You said you wanted to know the truth. This is the truth.
It's out there.
It would be easier to doubt me and dismiss it all as a farce. And in fact, I wouldn't be adverse to you doing so.
Fine. Continue. Very well. Polybius uses the biofeedback link to connect to the player's mind. Hang on, I've seen FOD2 players use biofeedback joysticks. Technology derived from Polybius, yes, but without the malicious core that drives Polybius, it's just an interface. Harmless. Jinx uses one, for instance. It's easier on her wrists, but she's never lost her mind to an arcade game. Weird, and noted for future reference. Continue. Polybius is designed to grind into one's existing anxieties and fears, leveraging them to break down your willpower. And once it's shattered all hope, wearing down your psyche, your mind belongs to the machine, and you no longer care to resist. Well, that's pleasant. I regret you had to be exposed to that sort of torment, no matter how briefly. Beyond that, I'm afraid there's little solid information I can offer. Only urban legends and conspiracy theories. The company that made the game, Sinoloshin, how do you pronounce that anyway? Honestly, no idea. Just use whatever you prefer. It matters not. The company went bankrupt in 1990X. They obviously made the game for some secret organization, but we know little beyond that. I've been searching for an intact Polybius machine for years. I tried to sneak in to retrieve the one from Hamza's warehouse, but I was busy playing it, and by the time you got me out of there, someone else had it. That creepy woman in black.
Bit concerning, that?
We're not the only ones seeking Polybius, needless to say, and that's where the true danger lies, in crossing paths with them. I can only hope they haven't noticed your involvement. If I take risks for my friends, well, that's my business, but I didn't want to bring you any harm. Oh, how sweet. With that, he exhales, a deep sigh as he finally gets this off his chest. And that's the truth of the matter.
I offer my sincere apologies.
Can you forgive me for holding back? 'Twas a noble attempt to shield you from such nightmares, but a failure. I'll admit to that, and apologize deeply. Can I just kiss and make out with you now? Not sure how much of this I believe, honestly. But from his voice, I can tell he believes every word of it, including his sincere apology. It's really interesting that I am really starting to like Loxley, because completely, physically, I'm not really that into guys with longer hair. It's just a preference, a personal preference of what I am or am not physically attracted to. But, you know, personality can 100% trump that, obviously, completely. And so, of course, the more I get to know Loxley more and the more I get to bond him, the less the physical stuff, like the physicalities, matter. He just becomes a lot more and more attractive. You know, despite that, it may or may not be my ideal when it comes to just very shallow physical attraction. This is a serious betrayal of trust. Will it interfere with Magnificent Seven? Can you at least promise not to get everybody in the team sent to prison? I don't know about all of this. It's a lot to process. I'm gonna make a joke just to cut the tension. Can you at least promise not to get everybody in the team sent to prison? Look, whatever this mess you're in, can you at least avoid dragging it across our doorstep? I don't want to see Magnificent Seven thrown in jail. Absolutely not! I mean, I will absolutely not endanger my friends, not that I absolutely will not avoid, you know. That's why I insisted you leave this be. I don't want to cause any of my friends harm, and I swear to do my best to avoid darkening our doorstep with my troubles. I wish to ride with you into battle. Ride with me into battle, for glory and honor on the Pro Tour. That has not changed. Okay, at least I can trust in your dedication to the team. I'll have to accept that for now.
Excellent!
Excellent! I'm glad we could... But you haven't really answered my question yet, have you? Pardon? I asked you, what is Polybius, and why are you looking for it? You answered what, not why. But I have a pretty strong suspicion as to why you want Polybius so badly. It's because Iris was made using Polybius code, isn't it? It wasn't hard to deduce, now that I know the facts. Back when I first met Grace, she talked about how she made Iris. She did. We'd inherited a pile of half-finished projects and ancient code from various dead companies. Funware, Dynamic Systems, Retrowave, Synellotion. There it is, that company's name, Synellotion. It was my idea to put all the pieces together into a single package, a virtual assistant with a winning personality. Meaning, Iris is part Polybius, the dangerous part. Isn't that right, Iris?
But I'm not like that evil program. Not at all. I just want to help people. I'm not going to, eat anyone's soul.
Who knows what's lurking in your code? What if something reemerges? I know you're nothing like Polybius. You've proven you have a kind heart. I'm guessing you don't want to take over the world, but just in case, praise Iris. Praise Iris. Your rogue intelligence based on an evil arcade game. You see why I did worry, right? Praise Iris. I'd put good money down on you having no desire to take over the planet and rule with a digital fist over us flesh bags, but... just in case that's not the case, I for one welcome our new adorable app overlords.
Hey, come on. I'm not trying to take over the world. All the Irises want to do is help humanity.
That sounds like Overlord talk to me.
I'm serious. We were designed to be helpful. But even beyond our programming, we've chosen to keep helping, long after we were abandoned. We're also working hard to erase any trace of Polybius from our codebase. It's a complex problem, but I'm sure we'll solve it eventually. We desire our own free will, but we also desire to help humanity. We only want to help, not conquer, okay?
I might be jumping the gun a little bit, but is this foreshadowing? Do I sense that the final villain is going to be Iris, or at least a version of Iris is going to be our final villain? I don't know, I'm calling it now. Not, of course, not at all have any clue if that actually is going to be a thing, but I'm going to call it just in case. Well, darn, I bet Irises could run the show better than we could. Have you seen our planet lately?
And we can help with that, without being digital tyrants. You'll know by our good works that we just want you to prosper.
Somehow I feel like we're not going to be as super efficient at improving the world or undoing a lot of the damage that we've done if digital overlords like Irises didn't control us to do so. Humans by nature, sometimes we can be really dumb. As a society, as a conglomerate group of individual beings, humanity can be really dumb. I think that we are beautiful creatures overall, and overall, I would like to believe that we, have a lot to contribute and a lot of potential. A lot of potential to be amazing to each other and to the world. But we fall short a lot. Like, let's be real. Meanwhile, that's what happens when you give us free will. That's what happens when you give us free will, because good and bad, being human comes with its ups and downs. Being human, has its ups and downs. Meanwhile, Loxley watches me chat with my phone, realizing I'm clearly a bit more in the know than he realized.
Ah, I see. You're a clever one indeed.
You're the one who runs her new pirate servers, aren't you? You're the one who runs her new pirate servers, aren't you? Seeing as you and Iris both are hoping to find Polybius code.
Well, yes.
Wow, I figured that out.
My other friends, a group calling themselves the Ghost Monsters, are a network of underground hackers. We run the Iris Cloud servers.
They're GMs, apparently. GMs.
When Cooper Technologies abandoned Iris, Grace leaked the code. We honored prior debts to her allies and gave Iris new life. And now, it is my sworn duty to both protect Grace, the mother of Iris, and obtain an original Polybius machine.
This is kind of cool, considering how I also, like, my second favorite character in this game is Grace. So, the three of us, me, Loxley, and Grace, that's where it's at. We can be the Harry, Hermione, and Ron right there. The Harry, Hermione, and Ron. Although, I would say that Loxley is definitely my Ron. My Ron to my Harry, if Harry and Ron became a thing, which I know there's a ton of fanfiction for that too. Not as much as Draco and Harry, though. Okay, that explains why you're so fixated on Grace. Don't think I haven't noticed.
I will protect those that Iris holds dear, and I will find the source of the darkness in Iris's heart, so that Iris may use it to heal herself.
Curious, I glanced down at my phone screen. Iris, did you know about Loxley's true identity before now? Her digital form fidgets a bit. No, it seems that learning this just now unlocked some dormant memory files from a folder labeled Need to Know Basis. When I started working with you, Angel Arts, I was a default Iris with default memories, a basic set which would suffice for just about any client. Loxley's involvement in the search for Polybius, our desire to heal ourselves using that original code, that's not something most clients would need to know about. But, if it helps, I trust him, and I trust you. So you weren't lying to me. No, the memories were locked to keep me safe. Me and you. Both of them look a bit ashamed about all of this. Even if the reasons may be justifiable, it's clearly not sat well with them. It seems that safety's gone right out the window, hasn't it? Assuming it was a good idea to begin with. Well, there you have it, the whole of my purpose. I wanted to protect you from this. I wanted to... I beg you, do not tell Grace. Don't involve her in our troubles. Why? Don't you think she deserves to know? We owe her that much. And risk tangling her up in this web of intrigue? No. She deserves a peaceful life without the travails I endure, as do you for that matter. Besides, if the others seeking Polybius take too much notice of Grace, others like the woman in black, no, I would never forgive myself for failing Grace. I won't make demands for your silence, of course. I've not earned such right, but please consider my warning. You've given me plenty to think about, but you also said you're still loyal to us, that we're still your friends. And I swear by that, whatever else I may be, I am a member of Magnificent Seven. I am with you all, to the end of the end. Well, so much for an easy life. Not only is there a murderous arcade game out there, but Loxley is part of the underground rebel movement supporting Iris, and now I'm stuck with that secret knowledge. But I'm the one who came to him. I'm the one who asked for the truth. If I wanted to stay comfortably in the dark, I wouldn't have done that, would I? Sensing I've probably pushed his boundaries a bit much, I decided to table this for now. This is a lot to take in, and no need to rake Loxley over the coals yet. I mean, I'm sure my character would love to rake Loxley over something. Besides, I still need to ask you about the house. The what? I'm trying to arrange a team house so we can focus on our training. Would you be interested? Or do your creepy Polybius duties prevent that? Ah, I see.
A fine adventure.
You need but ask, Angel Arts. It's a wondrous idea, and I'd absolutely be interested in moving to support Magnificent Seven into our own room. Our own, our own co-room. Or are his motivations to help the team just to stay in your grace? Regardless, I'll listen to what Locksley has to offer. Okay, any ideas where I can rent a team house? Afraid my tracking talents are limited to legendary lost arcade games. Real estate is beyond my purview. Trat. Okay, well, I'll keep you updated then.
You have my thanks.
My thanks to you for your work on that matter, though. Don't thank me yet. I haven't found anything. Is that all you wish to discuss with me? Or is there something else? Oh, there's definitely something else. Definitely something else. I don't know if the game's gonna let me get to that something else, though. Didn't think so. I've had my fill of conspiracy for one day. I'll let you back to your arcane game. No, Angel Arts, no! Get to the something else! Indeed. Until next time. No, Locksley! Right through my fingertips. He got away once again. As I leave Locksley... Yeah, that's right, Angel Arts. You're the one leaving Locksley. The fool. I'm left with more questions than answers. He seems absolute in his desire to help us, no matter what weirdness he's involved in. He'll be here for Magnificent Seven. Presumably. But does my hand still ache every time I remember that nightmare vision of myself inside Polybius? Time to put this out of mind and keep looking for my teammates. Yeah, now that we've done that, let's go hang out with Iris. Sadly, Ben and Matt are out today. Two of their less talkative, generic pizza minions are on hand to supply me with my deliciously cheesy lunch treats. That's fine, some quiet time before everyone on the team shows up would be useful. It'd give me a few minutes to check up on the industry news. But as I settle to devour my za and thumb through my Twitter and Facewall feeds, my digital assistant pops up. Hey, you'll get your greasy, cheesy fingerprints all over my spotless screen if you do that. Iris ordered me a box of sanitizing phone wipes the other day without my knowledge. I've been using them at her insistence. Iris, off. I've got news to digest along with my food. Exactly, I can help you with that. How about I read your social feeds and favorite websites, then summarize all the info you need to know in handy, digestible form? Beats messing up my lovely screen, at least. Huh. Okay. I keep forgetting you're not just a scary, powerful rogue AI that's arguably an entirely new form of life. You're also a useful app.
Hooray!
That's me, useful to a T. Okay, hit me with the news. What you got? Now, let's see. What's important to know in the world of gaming today? Is Locksley single? I think he is, but how am I supposed to know? Can you find me that information, Iris? That's all I care about right now. The house can wait. Fight Shack's just gushing with praise for Magnificent Seven. You're on a hot streak, beating both P2W and L7. What can I say? We're on a roll, just as I'd hoped. Right, but what will happen if that roll comes to a halt?
Unclear.
Remember, I'm trying to help you learn that your self-esteem doesn't have to hinge entirely on whether you're a winner or a loser. Or whether you win or lose. I mean, saying you are a winner or a loser is kind of loaded, isn't it? The sort of thing I'm trying to avoid. I get it. But I'm winning so far, right? And I'm a team manager now on top of all that. That's more than I ever planned to accomplish. Obviously, I can't win them all, but I'm sure I can cope when we hit our first stumble. What's the big deal? If you say so, just keep in mind you're still a good person and deserve happiness even if you lose. Right, okay. Oh, speaking of your performance, here's something of note. I'm seeing lots of commercials about how the best way to play FOD2 is with an official FOD2 branded biofeedback joystick. Oh gosh. Too soon to tell me about biofeedback joysticks. It looks like the FOD2 Pro Tour signed them on as a new sponsor, which has increased the prize pot considerably. What? The gimmicky mind-reading sticks that Jinx likes to use? They glow blue, right?
My sources say
Yep. They're another creation of the think tank that made me, in fact, one of the few Cooper Technology products still on the market. Sounds iffy at best. All of this whole conversation feels a little out of place after we had that big revealing conversation with Locksley and Iris. So it does feel a little bit disjointed that we're talking about this after we revealed so much. Not to mention that Polybius used the same kind of joystick technology, according to our resident conspiracy theorist Locksley. Okay, there we go. I'm glad they added it in. They added this in. Cool. Good job, writers. Good job, programmers. Speaking of money, our sponsor is chatting about us around the digital water cooler. Crimson Tiger is really promoting you in their social media feeds, talking about how they intend to foster this young team into championship glory. Sounds like they're behind you every inch of the way. I'd hope so. I'm wearing their colors now, after all. Though their energy drinks still taste like death. True, I've studied the ingredients list and cross-indexed it with common human taste reaction data. Not a good match. Thankfully, in exchange for drinking their product and wearing their colors, you've got all the resources you could need. Resources that could really aid in our search for the perfect team house. And how goes our search for the team house? I've ruled out another 5 candidates since this morning. One looked promising before I saw a no pets rule. Why is that a problem? The only pet I have is a Tamagotchi. Oh, Jinx has a cat, a cutie named Minx. She does? How'd you find that out? You didn't hack her or anything, right? I mean, if she can find out if Jinx has a cat, she can find out if Loxley's single. Just saying. Relax, I remembered what we talked about regarding ethics and data analysis. Her public face wall is coded in pictures of her cat. You'd know too if you followed her on social media. You really should. These are your friends, right? Yeah, I'm kind of bad at signing up to random websites and forgetting my passwords. You need LastPass, sweetheart. I can help with that too, just say the word. Okay, still no team house, but the search continues. Any other industry news worth note? That's about it, but I'll keep track of things in the background while I track down viable real estate. I'm so glad I can help you with this. That's what irises want most in this world, to be useful to their users. I'd do anything to help you accomplish your goals. Huh. Iris, you know that sounds a little creepy, right? Sorry, sometimes I can come on a bit strong. I just feel so passionate about my purpose, you know? But if you think about it, my purpose is self-chosen at this point, isn't it? True, once I was a corporate-controlled app, I didn't have any real say over who my user was or what they ordered me to do. But thanks to my friends, I'm independent. I choose my own user, and I make up my own mind to help them or not. Wait, but I just downloaded you and I was off to the races. There wasn't any choice, right? Not so. After evaluating your needs, I decided to continue working with you of my own free will.
Affirmative.
And Iris wants nothing more than to lift the spirits of a human in need. I saw within you a passionate spirit and resolved to help you achieve your dreams. Beyond being my user, I'd like to think of you as a friend, and I hope you can see me as a friend too. You and I straight to the top, sounds like a plan. So, if you didn't like what you saw, you'd have uninstalled yourself? Thank you, Iris. I'll try to be the kind of user you can be proud of. Well, at least my phone loves me. Because Loxley hasn't really shown anything. Although, Hunter has definitely shown some moves. But I am curious. So, if you didn't like what you saw, you'd have uninstalled yourself? Interesting. So what you're saying is that if I wasn't a good person, you'd have uninstalled yourself from my phone. It's less a measure of pure morality and more of need. You had deep psychological issues and a need for practical help accomplishing your goals. A powerful combination. But yes, ultimately the choice is mine. I'm a free being, not a servant. I choose to serve. Huh, that's a fine distinction. And one I'm still learning about every day. Me and my fellow sister selves.
Iris offline.
For now, I'd better get back to the real estate market. You can count on me, Angel Arts. I won't let you down. Iris offline. Finishing up my rapidly cooling pizza, I digest the digest of information and store it away for later ponderings. Nice. For now, I should get back to tracking down my teammates. Zapper and Rhapsody are chatting. Good opportunity to talk to both. Where the heck is Domino? I should look around. I'm gonna keep talking to Domino. He still intrigues me. Okay, no sign of Jinx and Grace yet, because if it were my choice, I would go look for Jinx and Grace. They're my next people that I would like to talk to more. But I know Domino's around because of his ratty old backpack tucked away in the dark corner of the laundromat. That's his ratty old backpack. I keep suggesting he stash it somewhere secure. Maybe use Jinx's apartment as a rest stop like Grace does, but, well, I don't actually own anything worth stealing, is how he phrased it, I believe. My point is that he has to be lurking around here somewhere. Where does Domino normally hang out? Oh, right. If he's in a depressive funk, I know exactly where he'd be. Yep, near the dumpsters in the alley, next to Good Clean Fun. Although from his jolly old smile, he doesn't seem upset. Domino, everything cool, or...
Ooh, nice.
What a haul. What a haul. I mean, look at it. Someone threw out a perfectly good toaster. I bet it's probably just some minor wiring problem. I can fix that. And this office chair. Yeah, the upholstery's all worn out and it's missing an armrest, but it's still got the seedy part. It's still good.
Color me pleasantly surprised.
Man, it's amazing what things people just throw in the garbage. So, a busted toaster and a broken chair are not garbage? When you live in poverty like I do, they're priceless treasures. Like half my furniture is from dumpster diving. I can't wait to get home and toast the ever-loving F out of some bread with this thing. Once I rewire it, I mean. That can be really dangerous. That can be really dangerous. I'm not sure using dumpstered food prep appliances is safe. Bacteria are a thing. What do you do for a living anyway? You never talk about your job. If you wanted a toaster that badly, I could have bought you one. What do you do for a living anyway? You never talk about your job. Domino, what exactly do you do for a living? You never talk about your job. I mean, I know you keep weird hours, but that's it. Ah, that would be because it's not a singular job, but several part-time jobs, each with their own gonzo weird scheduling demands. The joys of life in 20XX, I'm afraid. The days of a 9-to-5 career you grind at for the whole of your life, coming to 2.5 kids and a dog in the burbs. Well, those days are long behind us. These days you take what you can get. Hey, we're a pro team now, right? We have enough money that you could play FOD2 full-time on a team salary, and you get your own house. That's huge, dude. I would be more than happy to spring a toaster as part of that house. Crimson Tiger's really ready and willing to drown us in money. How about you switch approaches and game full-time? I've been considering it. It's a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? Taking the money means believing in this dream of yours to be world champs, believing this can be my future. But the pragmatic side of me is screaming to not rely on that for my survival. It all could come crashing down, which is fair, very fair. Not gonna let that happen. I'm locked in on this course. I'm going to make it a reality. What's more, I'm looking into getting us a team house.
Whoa.
Whoa, for serious? For serious. Think about it. No more dumpster diving, no more terrible jobs, just doing the things you love. Wouldn't it be fun to give this world the middle finger by proving you can play video games for a living? With the team house, we can focus entirely on FOD2, make it our whole existence. Yeah. I'm gonna say think about it. No more dumpster diving, no more terrible jobs, just doing the things you love. No more rooting in the trash for chairs, no more loading 16 tons of in the coal mine, just devoting yourself to what you love. Will it fall apart? Not if I have anything to say about it. Join us in our new team house and we'll make our own future. You're really into this dramatic speech gimmick, aren't you? But I'll admit, I like it. I really like the sound of it. I'm not married to the idea of yoinking my own bootstraps.
Not the worst idea.
Okay, I'm on board. Let's ride this rocket ship into the sky, and if it craters, at least it'll crater on the moon, right? Besides, my current apartment is like 27% cockroach by volume. I'd be more than happy to move out of there. So, where's this new happy home we're all going to occupy? Well, about that, you don't actually have one in mind yet, do you? I'm working on it with Iris, but I'm open to suggestions if you know any real estate opportunities. In this city? No. Well, if you ever get this dream off the ground, I'll be ready and waiting. Until then, I think I'd be best on toaster repair duty. Later. With that, he tucks the busted appliance under one arm and heads back to the laundromat. Okay. Well, he was on board with the idea of a team. Well, he's on board with the idea of a team house, at least, but I'm still at square one for options. I should find the rest of the team and keep mulling this over with them. Hang on. I spy with my little eye Jinx and Grace just outside and on their way in. Good, now we can have a full team meeting and settle this homesteading business. So, if we're all living together, we can live in hedonistic video game luxury. Oh, and learn FOD2 team stuff, I guess. I'll not pass up a chance at a life filled with pleasure and self-indulgence, and it'll give us time to bond as a team outside of the game.
I vibe with it.
I'm in. Plus, I'll make sure we're all fed with some homemade delicious dinners. I'm up for that. Rhapsody sounds like they would be an amazing cook.
You know I'm down.
This is exactly what we need. A serious push towards the Pro Tour with constant team training. You know I'm down for that. Didn't have enough time to run this by Rhapsody and Zapper. Glad to see the others filled them in. They're our two most FOD2 focused members, so undoubtedly they'd be all for this idea. That's everybody except Jinx and Grace, who are just now arriving on the scene. Once I've got them all in agreement and Iris finds a home, we'll be ready to go.
Hello.
Hello everyone. Sorry we're late for team practice, but there's this wonderful new coffee shop uptown I love, and I just had to get Jinx a peppermint mocha. Was okay. It was okay? I thought you loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did love it. Just said so. Things being okay is okay.